Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Granola, my forever island, and right now it's transitioning still because no villagers were asked to move out. Still transitioning from retirement forest over to coffee core, but most of it is decorated coffee core. We still have 4 more villagers to kick out. I think I have to get onto my kicking out villagers grind pretty soon. We still have Elise, Deirdre, Wart Jr., and Eunice, who are all around from retirement forest version of this island. What are we up to today on Granola? I just want to get to some daily things. I wanted to come into this pretty slow. There was a couple of things that I wanted to try out from recent shorts that I've done. I wanted to see how much just picking up whatever crops I have on the island and selling those crops would help me to make money, because a lot of people in the last video that I posted about best things to sell, most people were like, crops, man, that is where it's at. So I gotta get on my crop grind. I always forget to water them the second day, so I only ever have like 2 max. Like sometimes I get 3, but it's pretty rare. But I'm gonna try to water them tomorrow as well and get that sweet haul. Sweet crop haul. I actually have another little chunk of sugarcane by Timbro's house as well, so I did pick those. And I also wanted to test out, if you see the Lily of the Valley up there, I've been noticing that Lily of the Valley are still spawning on my island, but I'm like, am I just imagining it? There's no way I could still have 5 stars because I have so many weeds on my island. It's ridiculous. And someone commented recently on my decorating with weeds video that it doesn't matter, that you will still get your 5-star rating. Weeds don't affect the rating. And I was like, that can't be possible. Anyways, I'm gonna investigate that today as well, because I was like, that would be crazy. Anyway, as you saw in the beginning, I did have a piece of artwork from Red. It's the Jolly painting, and it's been driving me freaking crazy. So we have to bring that to the museum. It feels like I've been looking for that one for forever, and the real one just has never popped up. The other one that's driving me crazy is that statue that's like I don't know if it's a tremendous statue. It's like that box with the handles on the side that's like kind of greenish. If I see another fake version of that statue, I'm gonna scream. Anyways, I sold all of these vegetables that I had in my pocket, and I ended up actually taking out a couple of leftover stacks from my storage as well, and I made a clean, cool 44,450 Bellaroonies. Bellarunios. Belskis. Clean money. Clean money. What was I saying before? I have to go back and look at what I was saying. Oh yeah, artwork. Anyways, we'll get there. Able Sisters had to make a quick stop in there. They had like not really a whole lot, so this is what I ended up getting. I don't know why I got these impish horns. Do you think I will ever wear them? Absolutely not. But they called to me, and so I bought. And then I pulled out my map because I wasn't sure if I had all 10 inclines. I do have all 10 inclines used right now. But in the first version of Granola, I had like a 3rd level neighborhood area. And I feel like that's something I'm missing, or I have been missing from this version of Granola. Originally, for the next version of Granola, which I will make a video on the mood board process for that, because I've created mood boards for the next version of Granola, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep the terraforming very similar, because I'm kind of getting irritated by it, even though I literally just said the other day that I was really loving it. Times change. And here we have a great mystery on Granola. Where are all my shells? Where are my shells today? I have no idea. The beaches were mysteriously empty, and it was so weird. The only thing that I can think of is that I didn't actually close my Switch last night. Like, I didn't press the minus button and save and close. I just left it on, and then the next day it just blacked out and went to Isabel's morning message. I do that often, honestly. I know it's probably not great for my Switch. Actually, does it even matter? I don't know. I'm pretty much always just playing Animal Crossing, so... But look at this beach. Not a single shell. I was like, what is happening right now? One? Okay. Wild. Let's go to the next little beach. This beach always has shells. Like, it's gonna be... Okay, one shell. Perfect. That's amazing. It's gonna have shells. Not a single other shell. Just the bottle. Like, am I going crazy? Am I making a big deal about this? I felt unsettling to only have 4 shells on my entire island's beaches, plus the DIY I already knew. Lame. Anywho, I headed over to Mr. Blathers and I gave him my painting that I got, and then I checked it out. I always love to do a run through of the art section, or like whatever section I donate to, I check it out immediately. Like, I can't donate something and then just not go into the room and see my newly donated thing. Is that normal? Man, I'm just like, I feel like every 5 seconds I'm just like, is that a thing? Hello, is this relatable content? God. Anyways, I donated my Jolly painting, ran around the art area for a little bit, and then I took a little quick walk over to the roost, and Bee was there looking so cute. So I talked with her a little bit, got myself a coffee. At this point, I realized that I had not changed my outfit for the day, and if you've been around the channel for any length of time, you know that's pretty much a cardinal sin in my life. I'm like, I had this outfit on in yesterday's video. Ew. So it's time for a little outfit of the day. I went with this striped little skirt and jacket with a little shirt underneath combo, this custom design. I'll try to find it and link it below. I usually put like little shorts under these jackets because I don't like how when you sit down you can like see the underwear or whatever. Oh gosh, I put this skirt on, but it kind of made it look too long. Like, it makes the jacket thing come down to my knees, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Put on a little hat, had to get the sunglasses going. Ended up changing the shorts underneath to like these little dotted shorts, which was cute. Some socks, some shoes, changed the hat around. I like this La Isla one. I think it's so freaking cute. Wasn't sure what kind of bag I wanted, if I wanted like more of a backpack kind of style, because sometimes I like that for coffee courts, like school coated, but I went with this square shoulder bag. And I was ready to go to my basement and gather up all these gifts for my villagers. I have been loving this lately. It's been super cute. Some of the stuff doesn't look great on them. It's actually funny. I'm not picking up Bee or Buzz's gift because I have gifts. They weren't available to give gifts to in the previous days. Like Bee, I wrapped something for her and then I didn't have a close enough friendship with her yet. And then the next day I forgot that anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not picking their gifts up. Oh my gosh. Little update on lifey stuff. Still feeling pretty poopy, which is why I haven't had my face on any of my videos and why I've been doing more of these videos that are just like chatty playing. And I think you guys are enjoying the just chatty playing, like more of a laid back vibe anyways. And I am too, because it's just so much more fun. It's not serious. It's just so fun. These two were doing yoga and they move closer together. I feel like Buzz and Elise are giving the energy in this moment of like really close friends, but you actually can't tell what the line is there. I was trying to figure out what I was gonna give to Elise. I couldn't remember which gift was hers, and I'm really glad that I checked my reference image because I was going to give her the wrong thing. It was the double bridge glasses for Elise and the tea dress for Eunice. I do end up taking a picture of that room in my basement on my phone because it's ridiculous to have to go out and check my images on the Switch. I could just have it open on my phone and I don't have to like do this thing every single time. Ridiculous. Let's cut this crap. Really thankful that I got Eunice out of this like Elvis shirt that she was wearing, put her into the tea dress that she was meant to wear. Although it makes her look like not a retirement villager at all, and I'm kind of like, good. I'm gonna give you not age appropriate clothing. Maybe that will help you move out. And plus, stop just wearing this Elvis jacket. It's been driving me crazy. I don't even know who gave it to her. Honestly, I have no idea. I didn't give it to her. I would never give that to her. And for Elise, you get double bridged glasses in a nice purple. All of their catchphrases are really getting cute. Like, sip, sip, well, I'm working late. Me espresso, I think that was one. I don't know if that's already phased out. And then your mom. The latest catchphrase on my island that has been making the rounds is your mom. And it's freaking hilarious. Those glasses look actually so adorable on her. It's super cute. But yeah, I guess lately I've just been distracting myself more with like making videos for the channel and just like I've been drawing a lot more too, which has been very lovely. I'm planning to do like an actual drawing stream in the future, but I want to do it as a vertical live stream. Never done one of those before, but it looks exciting. So look out for that. I'm probably going to schedule it way ahead of time just so that I can like schedule it out and have it planned in advance. Give people some notice that that kind of a stream is happening that's like a completely different format. But I think it'll be easier to do that because I can have it on my phone, streaming from my phone. So drawing stream coming very soon. So yeah, I've just been distracting myself a little bit with drawing and doing cozy things. It's getting darker all the time. It feels so strange that it's like already the 10th of October. How is that possible? Like, how are we in October? How is it Thursday also? Okay, and I need to stop my just trailing train of thought for a second because I gave Deirdre this paisley bandana because it was one of her gifts from that Nook Plaza site. And I am mortified. She looks horrible in that do-rag. I'm like, why did I do this to you? I'm so sorry, Deirdre. And please do not continue to wear that. That's gonna be just the most depressing thing ever if she wears that around all the time because it does not look good on her. Something about the way that the deer's head is with the bandana on, it's a no-go. I had a gift, like I said, I didn't give a gift to Buzz the other day because he wasn't able to be gifted, and I gave him this hat, which looks equally weird. Like, it just did not suit his head. It makes him look like Freddie Mercury, kind of. I don't know why he gives me that. Or like, I don't know, something about that. Immediately when I saw Elise and Buzz doing yoga in the plaza, I was like, oh, coupling up since Graham isn't here anymore. And Eunice is right there, like, who I caught you kissing the other day, okay? Elise is just getting around. But then I put that hat on Buzz, and I realized they're just friends. I realized Elise could never be into someone who wears a hat that looks that dumb. So they're just friends, best friends, who do yoga way too close to each other. Next up was Charlize, and I was hoping against hope that she would be wearing the sweater that I gave her yesterday, and she was wearing the sweater. I'm so happy for you to see her wearing this freaking cute fleece pullover. Isn't she adorable? Oh my god, it somehow takes away from her like giant stature to be wearing such a cute, fuzzy looking little sweater. And this hat actually looked really adorable with it. It's so cute. I love Charlize so much. She's so cute. Next up was Jitters. We only have Jitters and Timbra left to go. And I was giving him this like body suit kind of thing. It actually ended up looking so cute on him. Yesterday I gave him a bicycle helmet and I freaking love the way the bicycle helmet looks on him. So I might get him like a second one so that he always wears it. I know they don't wear them in the dream address, but I still feel like I love to see my villagers walking around with unique clothing on that's not their typical clothes. I do love that. So he looks super adorable, and on to Timbra. And she was crafting an aroma pot, but she was wearing my outfit that I gave her from yesterday too. Doesn't this dress look adorable on her with the little bow? I would never have thought to give her this color, but it matches her eyeshadow. So baby cute. Anyway, she was making an aroma pot. I already knew how to do it, and so moved on and gave her this straw boater, and it looks so precious. Isn't she cute? I mean, she's a snooty, so it makes sense that a lot of the clothes recommended for her are like these kind of fancier clothes, but she really does suit this like super fancy little look. There's one dress in particular that I'm so excited to gift to her in the future. This was such a random day. Watching this footage back, I'm like, I was just taking care of all the little things, you know? Doing the gyroids, selling the vegetables and stuff, and now I'm cleaning out my recycling bin. And there was actually quite a lot of sloppy furniture in there, which was cool. Went to talk with Isabel, so I wanted to find out what the rating was. Like, if the weeds actually took away from Granola's rating. It didn't. It didn't! So guess what? You can have a lot of freaking weeds. Like, I have easily over 200 weeds on this island. They don't grow anymore. So I have over 100 at least. And I still have a 5-star rating. I did not know this is possible. The more you know. I made a quick jaunt over to Harv's Island to check and see if there was any new art. There wasn't, but I also always check at Kix because I really do like to have a good collection of all these unique Kix items. I ended up getting these soccer socks and that backpack down on the bottom left, which when I was getting dressed earlier, I was looking to see like, did I buy a duplicate when I was at Kix? And I didn't. This is a new one that I hadn't bought before. Plus it's like the perfect colors for Retirement Forest. What am I saying? Oh my god, that just came out. For Coffee Core, it's the perfect colors. I also bought a rug from Sahara, but let's go back to Granola. We're back on Granola. Also, it's a new day. I'm recording this second part of the voiceover on a new day. And we're doing a speed build. We're fixing up my entrance. The thing that I don't like about fake buildings sometimes is that they lack like depth on the top of them. So I hate it when I just have like a floating wall like this with like no terraforming, no objects to give it like real depth to feel like an actual building. So I'm just going in and like removing some of these trees so that I can build up some terraforming. I do end up putting some of the trees back. This is a bit of a process. It feels like it shouldn't take as long as it did, but I was just trying to plan out the spacing. Originally, I thought I wanted this area of second level terraforming to go right up against where I have those little outdoor seating. But you can see the side of the cliff when you're standing in that little area, and I don't realize that until after I've built up this side and I put in like the final items. You'll see how it goes, but I'm building it up right now thinking I want it to come completely flush to resident services and completely flush to this little seating area. I also try out adding like an actual tall item. I try adding a storefront, and then I see like how much that storefront is gonna block of the plaza, and I really don't like it. I don't like covering up so much of the plaza, so I went back and I got a table with cloth and customized it to have a roof pattern. It's not perfect, like, but I think it still reads as a roof, especially since the medieval building sides kind of have that same like terracotta-esque tiling. I thought I wanted 2 tables to make a really big roof, but ended up that looks ridiculous because they don't line up perfectly. Thanks, Animal Crossing. And I'm just filling back in with the flooring and then putting in a storefront on the left-hand side here. But I end up putting a storefront on either side, which I think is super, super cute. I love how it turns out in the end, but here I am realizing that you can see the side of the terraforming and it bugs me so much. So back to going up to this second level after making a million little mistakes. I'm gonna leave it in today. Typically I'd cut it out, but we're going for minimal editing today. and just voiceover chaos, which is fun anyways. I also fill in all of this flooring before realizing I need a place to like step up to put the table in place. Oh my god. Oh goodness. In the sped up, it doesn't feel as frustrating because I just get right on with it. But in the moment, I was like, oh my god, Taya, please pull yourself together, girl. You can do this. I decided to go with the lighter brown of the storefronts on this one and then the darker brown on the other side, just to give these two quote-unquote buildings a slightly different feel from each other. I do plant a tree back on the left here, but I end up moving it over slightly, and instead of the decorative pillar, I end up putting in two bookshelves facing the opposite direction just to fill in this little gap here between where the building fronts end and that terraforming begins. And it looks so cute. I love it so much. So basically I'm just doing the same exact thing on the other side now. And I did put in some shrubs beside, like, against resident services there. I'm just doing a cross check to see if you can even tell from the entrance, but you can't. It's just for my own sake to be like, okay, the building looks more like a building. And something about those plain party lights arches I love. But at this point, my town tune started playing. And of course, it's What a Wonderful Life. And I love that town tune, but it's not exactly coffee core. So I looked up Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter to see if somebody had made it into an Animal Crossing tune. And sure enough, I did find a TikTok explaining how to make that song. So I did it, and it's so freaking cute. So that was a nice detour, and I got working on the other side of my little entrance fix up. It has been bothering me quite a bit. There's a few spots on Granola that I kind of just planned out in the initial stages of building out the island and didn't think too much about, that I might go back and change slightly because now they're irritating me over time. Because this is my forever island and I already have a dream address out on this island, I'm like both in a rush because I really want to restart, but I wouldn't be restarting Granola anyways, and I'm also like kind of tired of restarting islands when I feel any sort of like not sureness about them. It makes me feel like I'm gonna restart this island because I have an itch, and then there's always gonna be some little icky inkling of a thing in the back of my mind, you know, telling me, oh, but you didn't exactly finish off this little area. Shut up, brain. Another part of this entrance, or rather resident services area, that's been bothering me is this back area behind resident services. It's too open, and I'm like, I think I need to close it off with trees and just some fencing. So I did that, and I am so much more happy with it. I do a layer of iron and stone fencing, and then I do a layer of hedge fencing behind as well, which, I mean, I felt a little weird doing it over top of the sidewalk, but nobody's gonna know. Like, there's a sidewalk on the other side anyways, and it's not like it needs to be perfectly symmetrical on both sides vertically. Plus, I just love the way that hedge fencing looks behind other pieces of fencing. Sometimes I like the way it looks more in front of the fence, like if the fence is taller. But either way, layering fences, once I decided that I was doing that on my first island of Glenny, I never looked back, and I was like layering fences like crazy. I mean, is it layering fences or just layering hedge with everything? Once I got that hedge fencing recipe, it was over. It was over for me. I had one thought in mind, and that was hedge fencing or nothing. I'm also just happy with the way that the small changes to this resident services area have kind of like given a new finish level to this area, like filling in every square around resident services to make it feel very cozy and hemmed in. Like I was saying with those plain party lights being against resident services, it kind of makes it feel like the illusion of there being a full building facing resident services with those plain party lights arches. I do put one plain party lights arch against the back of this building on the right here as well. I think I might be doing that right now, but I'm just cleaning up with trees, placing the trees not in front of the storefronts. I placed it in front of the storefront on this side, which I have no idea why I did that, but I'm fixing it now so it doesn't have to bother my brain anymore. It's actually been a long time since I didn't fully edit the crap out of a build video. Even though this whole video is not really a build video, this is just like a small speed build section. But it's been a long time since I didn't like edit out every single time I'm opening my inventory and looking for an item. I think it's basically because I didn't really have a whole lot of items to pull out this time. When I'm searching through my inventory, I get pretty annoyed at it. But this is what it looks like in the final state. I kind of love that you can see the edge of the storefronts from standing in this little area. It makes it really just feel like actual buildings, and that's what I was definitely missing in my first iteration of this build. And I thought I was done. I thought that I was done at this point, but I end up running around and finding that another small area that's bothering me is how the flowers that I've planted are on just like plain grass, and there's kind of a gap between like the floor. It doesn't look right, and I remembered that on my first island I used to all the time. I don't know if this was like a 1.0 early Animal Crossing thing. I used to put dirt patches underneath all my flowers, and I don't really know why I got out of that habit, because it looks a lot more clean. It looks like the flowers are placed there super intentionally. So I went around resident services, and I probably will do this in other areas of my island. Also, whenever you're adding just like a single spot of dirt, I don't know, something about that like makes the map look so interesting with all these speckles of little in-game pathing. I kind of am obsessed with it. But once I had those all kind of fixed up and looking a little bit better, that was it for the day. We ended up getting a lot done, actually, despite me being like, I just want to play and have it be casual. I ended up doing quite a lot on my island, and I especially love how it finished off the entrance. Now when I take a picture like this, and when I do the flyover, most likely it will feel more complete, more like actual full buildings in this area, which I'm super happy with. It just makes it feel more complete in my mind. So thank you all so much for watching today, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.